Welcome into the broadcast, everybody. We're here at Norwood Country Club. My name is Brian Dunn, alongside my broadcast partner, Mike Maloof. We have golf varsity versus Dedham today. And Mike, it's high 80s. It's a hot one for a golf match.
It sure is. For late September, I would have expected a little cooler temperatures, but like any day, it's a beautiful day for golf.
Well, we're here regardless. We got Norwood and Dedham, and we'll kick it off on the first tee.
See you there.
So we're here on the first tee. Dedham's going to go up first. This is Timmy Williams. He's going to go with driver here.
So this is actually Group 3. They teed off a little earlier because there was no one out in front of them, so they got the match started a little earlier than what was on the website. But here's Group 3 teeing off.
And the wind's starting to pick up here, so it's Mike changed the trajectory a little bit. First hole's as inviting as it gets. Pretty straight down the chute. I believe it's a little less than 300 yards.
No, it's about 330. Like you said, straight as can be, but they do have the driving range on the right side. You can kind of see the netting up there. So if you do go over the netting, like the Dedham kid did, I actually think it hit the trees and bounced out, but you do have to re-tee, which would be a penalty stroke, and then you're shooting 3 from the tee box.
So Robert Gillis steps up here. Beautiful shot down the line.
That is about as good as it gets on this hole. That was for a righty, a little left to right, which is a cut. I'll be using golf terminology, and those that don't watch golf a lot, I'll try to explain it as best I can. But he's probably inside 100 yards into the hole.
Nick Spadorka with a stinger.
So ran out into the rough a little bit, but also going to be fine. Course is playing a little dry, I think, so that probably rolled also within 100 yards. So both the Nord players there have pretty good looks at their second shots here on the first hole.
You have a lot of room going into the green on this first hole too, so if you're a couple yards outside of the fairway, you're not in too much trouble.
Yeah, and it looks like the pin's on the right side of the green. So being on the left side, which both Nick and
Gillis.
Yep, Gillis they are both looking into the pin the way that they want to be.
Right. This is Kaylee for Dedham. Also chooses a driver.
Just picked her head up a little bit. She has a really nice swing. Should just stay into that a little bit more. I'd assume she hits the ball pretty well. She has a nice swing.
Right.
So
looks like everybody here is going driver too. I believe looks like Brian Conley might be going hybrid 3-wood, but other than that, I think everybody is driver off the tee here.
Yep. So we will be right back for group number 4, and then we'll head out onto the course and catch up with groups 1 and 2.
So we're back here, as you just saw. Dedham, third group or fourth group, I believe.
Fourth group.
Going off first tee.
So just saw one of the members of the fourth group teeing off with his driver, and this looks like to be, I can't tell if it's a 3-wood or a driver, either a smaller driver or a 3-wood here. But we will see the Nord players both not choose driver, which from my years of playing here and on the golf team and just playing here in general, there's just, in my opinion, absolutely no need for a driver on this first hole.
Yep. As he puts one in play. Little to the left, but that'll play under the trees.
Yep. Got a little bit of a bad kick. It bounced even more to the left than he wanted, but he's just in the shade over there to the left. He should be able to get a club on it, and he shouldn't have really any trees in his way.
Now this is George Tolman, one of, if not the only left-hander on the team.
I think there's one other left-hander on the team, is what I was told, but
got a little right.
Yep, hit the top of the net, stayed in, so he's going to be able to play it. And he should get a free club length because of the netting being man-made in his being a lefty. That'll be in his backswing, so he should get a club length off of that. So
Great. That's Brian Connolly off the tee.
So Brian topped that one definitely, but I like to call those good misses.
Right.
Because that thing ran up and he's probably only about 190 out, maybe 200, rolled all the way up, dead center of the fairway. So as angry as he's going to be with a bad miss hit like that, right in the middle of the fairway, staring at the green on his second shot. So he should be able to still easily make par on this hole.
Right. Not the prettiest of shots look-wise, but you're definitely in play, so you give yourself a fighting chance at that second shot.
All right, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the first group out there on the course.
Stop by the Norwood Morrill Memorial Library and check out magazines, newspapers, DVDs, and of course, books. The library also offers a variety of services, including passport renewal, a notary, and tutoring, with multiple different meeting rooms which can be booked for your convenience. Take advantage of online digital resources and get assistance with all of your research needs. Kids can enjoy the children's room stocked with books and toys. There are also a variety of programs for children and adults. And if you can't make it into the library can come to you with home delivery. The library is open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. To learn more, go to www.norwoodlibrary.org.
All right, we're on the fourth hole here. All right, we're on the fourth hole here, and we have the first group teeing off. We just saw Jared Shea tee off, and he hit it down along the left side up by the car path. It's hard to see on camera, but there is a creek that runs along the fairway. It's about 280 out there, so the really long hitters can get there, but I don't know how far Jared hits it, so I would say he was short of that creek.
That thing took a little hook, started out way right, but it came back. I think he might be right out to the left side of the cart path.
Yeah, so he's a little left of where Jared is. Both of them left. So they are into the wind here. So this is technically the hardest hole in the course. It's about 430. So both the Dedham players are going with not driver hybrids.
Playing it safe, it looks like.
Yeah, it makes it a longer hole into the wind here.
He got a hold of it.
Yeah, he just pushed that one right. There is a lot of space out there, so he should have a look at the green. He just, like we said, they're making it further. So the last player for the Norwood group is Erin Sullivan, and as for a girl, she is playing from the red tees, which are way up, so we're not going to be able to see her tee shot. We're actually going to take a break right now and pop over to the third green for group number 2 and check out them putting.
All right, we'll be right back.
The Norwood Circle of Hope Foundation was established in 1998 in memory of Michelle Kennedy, a young Norwood resident who suffered with leukemia. During Michelle's battle, the entire Norwood community, many of whom did not know Michelle, joined together to support her in her time of need, and it is in that spirit the Norwood Circle of Hope Foundation continues. The mission of the foundation is to provide assistance to Norwood residents who are in need due to a catastrophic medical occurrence. The Circle of Hope Foundation aims to alleviate the stress of everyday expenses for Norwood families during their time of need. Over the years, their assistance has covered housing expenses, utilities, food, and various medical expenses. The Circle of Hope relies on referrals and direct requests to find those in need. If you know of a Norwood resident who needs assistance, or if you are a resident who needs some yourself, please call the Norwood Circle of Hope at 781-762-3549 or write to the Norwood Circle of Hope Foundation, P.O. Box 421, Norwood, Massachusetts 02062. To learn more about the Circle of Hope or to get involved, visit norwoodcoh.org.
All right, we're here on the third green, group number 2 from Norwood and Dedham. So this is also a fairly short par 4, about 300 yards straight down. We have
If you can't tell by the viewers at home, it's a little bit of an uphill putt for the kids in the back. So you gotta compensate a little bit in terms of speed.
right, so the back, what we're seeing, but actually the front of the green, us being on the back of the green. So the Dedham players putting for, I think that was his par putt, because we did see him chip just recently off from our right over across the front of the green, so he should be putting for bogey. He has about, I'd say about 25 feet left here uphill, and he's going to move to his left.
That's a bit short.
Yep, so a lot of these greens at Norwood don't move much, but this is one of the ones that do. This and 6 have a little bit more break to them. So that putt definitely was a little uphill. So now we have the Norwood player is about, I'd say about 15 feet here. This one's definitely going to move to his left. Just give it a good pace.
Wind's picking up just a tad. Draws it.
That's a great putt. Just snuck it in the right side. As you can see here, this is a new rule the USGA imposed on all of golf this year. You can leave the pin in when the ball's on the green. So forever that I've known, that it was a penalty stroke if you hit the pin while you were putting on the green. USGA just recently changed that to speed up the pace so people don't have to pull the pin in. So you'll see today, and a lot of the time now, a lot of players are leaving the pin in. A lot of people say that helps them judge depth and distance.
Yeah. It's a nice little rule that they implemented. Some round up par. Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, that was a great putt by the Dedham kid. He just didn't have enough pace on it. If he hit that a little bit harder, he was going to have that dead center.
I could tell because looking at the putt, the distancing, it was a little uphill to the left, so.
All right, good finish by the Dedham player. So we're just going to take a quick break, and we'll actually catch this group on the 4th tee box. We'll catch them teeing off.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Do you want to stay up to date with Norwood Community Media? Then subscribe to our weekly NCM newsletter. Every Friday, our promotions department publishes an online newsletter that highlights the work of NCM and the latest happenings. It includes the full episode of Norwood News, recent clips from NCM programs, behind-the-scenes photos, and so much more. NCM works hard to deliver a steady stream of Norwood content, and this newsletter is another way to stay connected to Norwood. To receive the newsletter, just visit www.norwoodcommunitymedia.org. Scroll to the bottom of the page, click the Sign Up for our newsletter button, and enter some basic information. You'll then be added to our newsletter mailing list. It's all here on Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
All right, so we're here on the fourth tee box. We just saw this group finish on the three green. We have Zach Regan here teeing off.
Another left-hander.
Yep. As a lefty myself, I appreciate a good left-hander. He is selected driver, which I think is the right club for this hole. This is one of the holes on the course that you can just kind of let it rip, tee it high and let it fly. There's a lot of space to the right. So it just seemed to me that his back foot slipped out a little bit, but you know, I said it on one of the first holes, it's going to be a good miss.
Yeah.
He just got under that, popped it up, but
It's interesting, especially in Norwood being home here. You know, you have a little advantage. You know, you play this course every day, so you know what holes you can kind of get aggressive on, what holes you may want to
right.
lay up.
Yep, and this is one of the ones you can kind of go for. This and the next hole, par 5. Fifth hole is the next hole, which is a very, very easy par 5. So this is Chris
gonna be
Cox.
a beautiful shot.
It actually didn't move the way he wanted to. It's actually going to be in the trees on the left here. Got a really good piece of it. It looked like it was going to fade out to the right in the fairway, but the kind of wind held it back and it kept it in the left tree line. But like we said earlier, there's a little bit, you can't really see it on camera, there's a little bit of a gap in the trees, so if they find that, they get a clear look at the pin.
So another righty here, stepping up to the tee.
So the Dedham player came over the top of that one a little bit. I turned his hand over a little quick on that, but he's right down actually the third fairway. As someone that's golfed here quite a bit, I've been there.
Yep.
So just all he has to do, he's probably a little more than 200 out. He just get that up over the trees, and he has a chance of getting that green.
Now something that I noticed right away, no gloves on either. All four of them.
Great ball. That was probably the best tee shot of the hole.
Yeah.
Dedham player took out his hybrid and split that fairway perfectly. Not a ton of distance, but a really great shot.
Yeah, you don't need to crush it. If you put it in play, you give yourself a good chance.
Yep. All right, so we will be right back, and we're going to catch up with the third group, and we'll catch them putting on the third green.
Hi guys, I want you to know that the Norwood Rec Fall and Winter Program Guide is available and registration is now open. This guide lists all the programs and events offered by the Rec Department that will enhance your quality of life and promote physical, mental, and social well-being. It was mailed to over 10,000 families and is available at the front desk, town hall, and online. There are programs for all ages, so please sign up and take advantage of one of Norwood's greatest assets.
Two.
All right, so we're back on behind the third green here in the third group. Actually, all the players are off the green right now. We're looking at Nick Spadorcia. He's going to be chipping up right at us. He came up, actually hit a really nice shot out of the trees, punched it under the limbs, and put himself he's about 10 yards short. So he's chipping up the hill here.
That's a great little,
Good
little setup chip.
Good touch here. And now we have Robert Gillis, who's in the bunker. For anyone that's played Norwood Country Club, the bunkers here don't really play much like bunkers. They're usually pretty hard, so you can kind of clip it clean, which he did, which was a great shot right there. So we have one of the Dedham players here, also short of the green.
I believe this is Timmy Williams coming up, and he plays that read perfectly. It's a little bit uphill, so he gets it to stop, gives himself a good chance.
Yeah, he got that all the way up to the pin. We just to our left, his right. So the right distance, just a little offline, which was still a really good shot.
Now, Mike, you mentioned we talked to some of the players off camera.
Last player to get on the green.
Kaylee for Dedham.
Yep.
Looks like that'll just a little bit off.
So she tried to punch at it a little bit. She's going to work on just trusting that her chip's going to have the right distance.
Right.
And completely following through. So she's going to end up shooting again before any of the kids from Norwood shoot. So like we were saying, I think you were going to ask me was
So
point
the
system.
point system, absolutely.
So point system is just total score, the best 6 scores of the team. I know a couple years ago they changed the point system from what it was when I was in high school, which I will tell us right after. We have the Dedham chipper here. Oh, actually Nick Spadosha's going first, which is interesting. Usually let the people off the green go first, but Nick decided to go first. I think just keep this pace of play up. That's a better chip.
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, they did a match play system worth points. If you beat your player, you got a point, and then if your group beat the other group, you got a point. So there's a total of 3 points per hole. And then they changed it to points for pars, birdies, and bogeys. I believe it was 5 for birdie or an eagle, and then it was 3 for a par and 1 for a bogey. Now they have just changed it to strictly total score added up between the groups. So just lost that to his left a little bit. I personally like that because everyone's playing a full round of golf.
You're held accountable the entire way.
Right. And before, when you played the match play, if the person you just missed that. If the person beat you and got a par and you were looking at hitting a double bogey, you can just pick up because that person had already beat you.
Right.
There's none of that here. You got to finish your score totally. So.
Much like it is in the pros.
Yep.
So Williams here.
Just short, so you're going to tap that one in. I'm not sure what he's going for here. But I believe both Norwood players are putting for bogey here because they both had the chip on, unless they had errant tee shots that we did not see, but I believe both are putting for bogeys.
So Gill is here. And knocks it down.
It's a confident stroke right there.
Yeah.
Nick Spadosha is going to do the same thing, I would assume.
It's downhill, so you don't have to put too much on it. Because you have to keep the line straight.
Yeah, it's gonna move a little bit on him though, but I wouldn't play outside the cup. Porsche in for a double bogey. Tough 3-putt. You always try to avoid the 3 putts, but that's right. That's why you play 9 holes. You got to get up there and.
Hey, they say it all the time. Driver show, putt for dough, right?
Yep. So you just got to kind of brush that off and get up there and make a birdie on the next hole. So we will actually take a quick break and join this group on the 4th tee.
Yep.
The Norwood Senior Center's mission is to identify the needs and promote services for older adults. The center is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and during the summer they remain open until 8 p.m. on Tuesday evenings. To contact them, call 781-762-1201 or visit www.norwoodma.gov.
All right, so we're back with the same group number 3 on the 4th tee box. We have some players in the fairway. They must be from 5T. So Robert Gillis is going to tee off first. As driver. got to turn a little bit.
So I gotta get down.
All right, so he's in that opening to the right over there. He should be fine. He hit that pretty good. I was talking to Coach Allen. He really likes to draw the ball, so for those that are watching and don't really know what draw means, it means start it out to the right and come back to the left for a righty. And he started off to the right and was coming back to the left and didn't really turn as much as he was hoping for. So right now we have Nick Spadorsha on the tee now, also with driver. That's a great ball. It just needs to hold on a little bit.
That came down a little to the right side of the car pad, so he's got a great setup.
I'm just hoping he didn't hit it too far and go into the creek.
Yeah.
I mean, from coming from a 3-putt and coming up here, and you can be very easily rattled on the next tee box. He had to put a really great swing on that and hit it really, really well.
Yeah.
It takes a lot because you can be rattled after making a double bogey. Believe me, it's a frustrating thing. And to come up here and just hit a really great shot that's to be commended.
Especially when the camera's on you.
All right, so the Dedham player pushed that one right a little bit, but if it keeps going, he might find the 5 fairway, and I think he did. So he pushed it so far right that I think he actually might be okay. So
Kaylee once again should go off to the ladies' tee.
Yep, which is way up there. So
Yeah.
we'll actually take a break and catch that last group coming in on the 3rd green, and then from there we're gonna hop further out in the course and find out where that first group is.
We have a responsibility as a community
to give all our youth the best opportunity to succeed.
To stop a problem before it starts.
To not stigmatize mental health and addiction.
We have a responsibility
To promote positive youth and adult relationships.
To engage youth in the community.
We have a responsibility
to maintain,
To encourage.
To take pride in the health of our youth.
We have a responsibility to give all our youth the best opportunity to succeed.
Together we can make an impact.
Learn how you can be involved at impactnorwood.org.
So we're back on 3 green.
Yep. So everyone's hitting into the green here. I think we're gonna actually have Conley chip from just off the right side, our left side of the green. He just came up on that one a little bit, so just short. He has the whole green to work with, so it shouldn't be an easier chip. We have the Dedham player over here to our right even further. We'll be chipping on.
Just missed it.
Yep, just came up short. So what I mean by having the whole side of the green is we can see both Norwood players. That's a really nice chip.
Ooh.
It's a really nice chip.
That looked great.
Yeah, he wanted that one for the camera.
I don't blame him.
So both Norwood players are playing from the right side of the green, and we can see when the camera pans over to where the pin is that they have much longer distance. The pin is on the right side, our right, and they were shooting from the left, so that gives them a lot more green to work with when they chip.
Right.
The Norwood players. Are.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, he just missed that one. He just needs to take his time with that. He rushed it a little bit, which you don't want to see. You kind of feel bad for him.
So you can see George Tolman here. He's trying to get a good read on this.
Yep. So he's putting. That's going to move to his left, and it's downhill. So he's going to get up to the right. He's going to have to hit it more than that. I think he scuffed behind that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just got to shake it off.
So Connolly on here. He's going to have a little bit of an uphill. Probably a little bit to his right. It's
Great
good. Wow.
Great putt. It's a great putt. Yep.
Had to wait a battle back.
Yep. That was a really good putt. Good stroke and everything. After a couple unfortunate chips, that's a way to battle back, like you said. And Tolman here gets it down. It's a good lag putt.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know what a lag putt means, is if you're outside 20 feet and you hit it in distance, that you can make the next putt. All right, so group 4 finishes the hole. We're going to quickly pop over to hole number 5, where the first group is putting.
Hi, I'm Chief Bill Brooks of the Norwood Police Department. The men and women of the Norwood PD are committed to protecting you and to providing you with top quality service. We're busy. Norwood is a nice town, but in any given 24-hour cycle, we handle anywhere from 65 to 90 radio calls and officer-initiated events. We patrol the town's 10 square miles, including over 100 miles of roadways. Our traffic enforcement focuses on places where crashes have occurred, neighborhoods where residents have reported chronic violations, and offenses that impact crashes like speed, texting, running stop signs and red lights, and failing to yield to pedestrians. When we're not tied up on calls, we work hard to build relationships with members of the community. So you'll see our officers out walking footbeats, checking in with merchants, and stopping at sporting events to chat with kids. We believe that every resident should know, or at least feel like they know, a member of our department. So if you see us, stop and say hello. We'd love to chat with you. On behalf of the men and women of the Norwood Police Department, it's our pleasure to serve you.
So now we have Erin Sullivan on the 5th green. She's putting down. Good roll.
This is the first group again.
Yep, so we're on first. So we're back here with group number 1 on the 5th green.
So Jared Shea here is going to line up for the putt here. He is their number 1 golfer, I believe.
Yep, I know Jared spent a lot of time on the golf course this summer. I talked to him a few times. I ran into him on the golf course. He said he's been playing pretty well throughout the summer, and I know that's kind of turned around into the golf season, which is nice to put in the effort and have it show during the season. So
there's nothing that makes golfers better than repetition.
Yep. So Jared just missed there. It's kind of hard for where we are to see where the cup is, but that was a little bit of a downhill putt for Jared. I just missed.
Even though they lost a tri-match to Ashton and Halston, I believe. He shot a +2 at Pinecrest, which is no small feat.
Yeah, that's a good. So here's Aaron. Oh, great putt, Aaron. I'm not sure what the score was there, but that was a great finish. She left that first putt she had about, I don't know, inside 10 feet, but probably outside 5 feet, which is a little further than you want to leave it. She just got up and, hit a really great putt there.
And now to reflect on the final score as well.
No, Dedham kid. Good roll. Had a really nice stroke there. Just gonna tap that one in.
I'll finish that one off.
Yep. It's the last group. He just missed that. Rolled that one by it a little bit. He's just gonna tap that one in, finish off the hole. All right, so we saw group 1 right there finish up on the 5th tee. We're gonna stay on this green, and we're gonna let the rest of the groups come in.
Yep.
So we will be right back after this break and for group number 2.
Thank you. So we're out here on 5 green. Second group's coming in.
That's a great ball. That's going to land short and roll right up here. That grabbed a little bit of that.
It's out on the green, but it's still a good shot.
Yeah.
Because it's closer to the pin than you think.
Yeah, that Norwood player must have thought that was going to be right at it. He I grabbed a little bit of that crappy grass right in front of the green.
Right.
And so Dedham player's coming in, and he pushed that to his right, our left, and that's in that long grass there, and he's going to have a hard time finding that ball.
All right, so another great chip there. That'll get on.
Shot.
That's perfect.
That's a great looking shot. He did a really good job.
You see that? You can't really get a much better distance there.
No.
Now, I think one thing to mention too, as the second group comes onto the green, is that Norwood's now in its second year of the Tri-Valley League, and there are a lot of good competitors, team-wise, in the Tri-Valley. You got teams like Hopkinton, who's back-to-back state champions. Dover Sherborne's a great program. Holliston's a great program. So this is a great team in terms of caliber for Norwood to match up against today.
Yeah, I was just talking to Coach Allen about this actually. He said they have a couple winnable matches at home coming up, but then they have some tough ones on the road. But they're playing Norton at the TPC of Boston, and he said if they can sneak out a win there, there's a pretty good chance that they can make playoffs because they have those matches at home.
Right.
So this match right here today is winnable, and if they win, this should be a good win for them. But they did start off with some tough teams, like you said, in the Tri-Valley. That currently 1-5, but they lost a few matches early by 3 strokes, 5 strokes, which is really nothing. That can end up being one lost ball. So you never really know in terms of how they're playing one day to another. The one team that they lose to, they could beat the next day handily,
right,
just by the sake of golf. It's one day you have a good match, and the other day you're not hitting the ball too well. So things can change quickly in the game of golf.
Golf is one of the toughest sports around to play consistently well. It's just one of those things where, as much as it is physical, it is mental, and to get in that mindset is tough, especially at that age too. And I just want to touch upon it. Dedham player had a tough out. He was in that fescue over on the left side, and he did a pretty good job of getting in striking distance of the hole. That's thick grass out there.
Yeah, that stuff is really long. That's something they added in Norwood, I don't know, 4 years ago probably. And if you're in there, you're usually in trouble. Some of that grass could be up to your knee. So to get out of there and put it right in front of the green, like the Dedham player did, that's a really good shot. And same as the shot we just saw from the Dedham player right there. To be behind that tree and keep it low and run it, that's a really good ball.
That one got enough distance, just a little bit to the right side of the pin.
So, unlike the PGA broadcast, we don't have people spotting, so we can't really tell you exactly what these Norwood players are putting for. I would have to assume birdies because they were both about 80 yards out. I would think that they probably hit one and then hit to where they were just before this, so I would have to assume this putt is for birdie.
I know just by experience, by playing here, a lot of players are going to try and hit right to the center of the fairway before it sort of curves left, and that's your first or second shot at the very least. So
right,
I would.
So he hit that putt a little bit. He kind of topped it. It's hard to get a good read off putting off the fringe. The fringe is the area that's around the green, but not into the deeper rough. It is hard to get a read off of that. So I think that might have kind of got in his head a little bit and mishit it, but he has probably only 8 feet for par, so it's definitely makeable, and it's a good score on this hole.
Just a little too soft on that. It really depends on where you are score-wise on this hole. If you want to attack the pin a little more and lay up and give yourself a nice 2-putt try.
Right. That goes back to the mental aspect of what you were talking about, the game of golf. When you're young and you can hit the ball far, it's hard to tell yourself not to hit the ball far all the time. But you really don't need to, especially at this course. You manage this course. As we see the Norwood player putt.
I cast a bit out.
Like it, if you can see it, it looked like it bounced a little bit. Might have killed a little bit of the momentum of the ball and just died before the pin. So I think that would have been a nice birdie. Can't be mad with a tap in par.
And that goes in.
Yep, that's a great putt.
Yep.
You know, that's part of that comeback mentality that we were just talking about on the third green. Hit a bad shot, and then next thing you know, you're hitting a really good comeback putt. Can't be mad at that.
So he's gonna. Oof.
That thing just slid right in front of the pin right there. That looked like a great putt.
He had the right idea. I think he was just a bit outside on his read there. The last of the third group here will finish up. They'll head over to 6.
And we will stay right here, and we're gonna wait for the third group to come into this green. All right, so we're back here on the 5th green. Third group coming in. We see Nick Spadorsha here just front of the green. He should be chipping in. He's about 30 yards out. Great play there.
Yeah.
Let it run out. Good distance. Just past the green.
That will do.
Yep. We have Robert Gillis way over here to our left, looking in the long stuff.
Yeah.
If I were to guess, is tried to go for it in 2, lost it in the wind a little bit because the wind's coming from our right to left, which would push his ball from left to right into those woods.
So let's say in the scenario that he doesn't find it, where is he dropping?
He drops no closer to the pin, 2 club lengths, or 1 club length out of that stuff. So it's supposed to be point of entry. So right now we have Dedham player chipping out of the. So she didn't get it out of there. So she's gonna go again. And just got it out. So we were talking earlier. Unfortunately, she was probably about 130 yards out. That's a good chip there. She was about 130 yards out, and she hit a great shot. But as you can see in the broadcast, all that dead grass in front of the green kind of kicked her ball way to the right and threw it into the bunker. If that didn't get a bad hop, I really believe that she would have been within 5 feet of that pin.
He chips it in. Just for a frame of reference for the viewers at home, this is where that ball came in.
Yeah. Hold on.
In a little kind of kick
Want me to move it?
Side. Gonna move the media cart here is Robert Gillis. Fights over.
I was gonna move it for you. No, it's all right. Good shot.
So regardless, Gillis makes it onto the green. So all 4 will be putting within distance here. Looks like Haley will go first here for Dedham as the sun starts to poke back out.
Yep.
Excuse me, Gillis will.
All right, so we were just talking about where Gillis should drop. I'm not sure if he did or not. We'll have to ask him, and we can let you know when we pick up the broadcast. But the ruling is it's point of entry, so that's a hazard over there. That is red stakes that we can't see, and that means it's a water or penalty stroke hazard. So you're supposed to drop it 1 club length out of where you believe the ball entered. So for his sake, he dropped it over in the range of where our card is, and he dropped it out 1 club length, so that gives you 1 stroke. So if you hit it in on your second shot, you drop it 3, and you'll be hitting 4.
Yeah, and in that situation, especially if it's in the deep stuff, there's no way to guarantee exactly where the ball landed, so it's just
Right. All right, so now we have Nick Spadorsha putting here. I would have to think it's for his birdie. This is going to move left to right, downhill. Started off right, just didn't stay up enough. Good speed, gave it a shot to go in. He should have a tap in here. I would guess for par.
Looked like he was going right at the pin aim-wise. It's just the read was a little bit to the right side.
That's not going to get there for the Dedham player. Leaves himself a little bit of a testy tap in here. It's not quite a tap in.
Oh.
So he's going to mark it. So we have the Dedham player here. Now hers, she wants to aim to the top side of the pin near us. It's going to move down away from us. Good stroke, just didn't get it there.
Yeah. These greens don't slide as much as you may think, especially as a visitor.
Yeah, a lot of the greens that they'll play in different courses are going to be a lot faster than Nord. Unfortunately for the Nord players, and no disrespect to the people that own this course, but this course isn't as nice as some of the courses that the other towns that get to play. For instance, Norton gets to play at TPC.
I was going to say, when you have TPC Boston on the schedule, it's tough to compare.
When I was in high school, we played in the Bay State, and we played pretty much the nicest courses around. We played at the Country Club in Braeburn, Walpole Country Club. I mean, these are the nicest courses around, and it was always tough for those teams to come here, and then they play at Nord. But the grounds crew does do a good job from what they have here. The greens are green, and that's really all you can ask for.
You were a former grounds crew member here, weren't you?
I was for 8 years. Played a lot of golf at this course, so I know it like the back of my hand.
That's why we brought you along.
Yep. So we're gonna have this Dedham player finish up this hole. Good confident stroke. So that is the third group finishing up on the 5th green. We're gonna wait for the 4th group to finish up here, and we will catch up with everyone on the 9th green after that.
Yep, you can see him just creeping up along the fairway here, so give us a few minutes, we'll be right back.
Alright, so we're back on the 5th green. George Tolman is chipping from just off the green.
Gets that one to sit.
Yep.
So all 4 are on here.
Yep.
Connolly here is going to give it a go. Good distance.
Yeah, not a bad putt, just a little offline. He should have himself a good tap in.
And moving right along here, one after the other. So tap that in. Looks like Tolman's going to let the Dedham player go here. He's got a long putt.
Yep. It's going to be a little downhill. It's going to move from his right to left, so he's going to have to start it right and let it come in left.
Yeah. You don't want to play it you don't want to play it hard enough where you're overshooting. So looks like he a little undersold that putt.
Yeah, it's going to leave himself a little bit of work there.
Tolman here.
That's a great looking putt.
Yeah.
Just short. Tap that in.
That's okay though. He'll
clean off all these fall leaves that have fallen in between his line here.
Yeah.
That's good speed on that putt.
Yeah.
Just missed it. It was a good putt. He hit that really well.
Yeah. And he'll tap that one in. And he took his time with that one. Good for him.
Yep.
Now Tolman.
I just pushed that. That was a tricky little putt. You know, those short ones are tricky.
Nothing
they
to
always get me.
guarantee. Yeah.
Nope. And Conley finishes up the hole, and that'll do it for the 4 groups on the 5th green. We're gonna now head over to hole number 9, where we'll catch every group finishing up.
All right.
All right, we just saw the Dedham player chip on from, I don't know if you'd consider it the bunker, the edge of the rough / the bunker. Now we have Aaron Sullivan, about 20 yards short of the green, chipping up. That's a great shot right there. She
Very nicely.
landed just short. Let it roll right up there.
It's a lot of poise to chip from that far out.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Now we have both the Dedham and Jared Shea are similar spots, about 5 yards off the green. So that is one spot in the course where the rough is usually pretty nice. I think it caught a little bit of the Dedham player's club, came up a little short, but he's on the fringe, should be able to putt. So Jared Shea's just got to get this on, give himself a putt at birdie here.
If he hits it right, it's flat right around the cup, so nice little touch here and let it roll a few yards up.
Yep. And just short. That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking for.
I think he got a little lucky with the bounce there. It released right up towards the hole, but he has himself about a 5 foot, I would venture to guess, birdie putt. That was a nice little chip right there by the Dedham player.
So he'll chip himself on. Ooh.
Gave it a go.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive there, but that's part of the game.
All right, so Aaron Sullivan's putting now. I'd say she has about a 20-foot putt. It's going to move left to right a little bit. It's a little more flat than I think most people would think, and probably a little more flat than what it looks on camera. It's not going to move much.
It's tough to see the pin, but it's right in the center of your screen, and
good speed. She could have given it a little bit more. She should just have a tap in here.
Yep.
I think she's just checking where the other players' balls are so she doesn't step in the line. And good little tap in there by Aaron.
And that'll finish Sullivan's day. We'll catch up with her in a few.
A couple good rolls by the Dedham players. So he's just going to finish up real quick. And so now Jared Shea has about, I don't know, between 5 and 10 feet. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle. His ball's going to move to our right, his left. So he's going to have to start it. You got a good angle at that. He's going to have to start it just above the left side of the cup from the way that we're viewing it. Should come in into the hole from the top side. So
a little farther than it looks on camera too.
Great putt.
Drills it.
Great putt.
So from the looks of it, it looks like birdie for Shea.
Yeah, I would think that would be a birdie right there, unless he messed up one of his drives. So that was I think a pretty good round by both Sullivan and Shea. We'll take a quick little break and we'll try to catch them for a post-match interview.
Good. So we're back on here for 9 greens, second group finishing in. We just got word that one of the Norwood golfers is shooting for eagle here.
Yep, so that was a great chip by a Dedham player right there, up and over the corner of the bunker, let it roll right up. Got himself about 3 feet left, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough chip because we had talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Being on the short side as opposed to the far side of the green. So we are on the far side of the green. If we were chipping from here, we have the whole green to work with. He was on the short side. So that's a really, really good shot.
He had that bunker as a little trap play too if he hit that wrong.
And so that player gave it a go, came up. He's probably about 7 to 8 feet short. got a Norwood player coming out of the woods right now. So on his last shot, really unfortunate. It skipped off the green a little bit and just right over and kept carrying into the woods. So I think he's gonna take a drop. I think
It's a little deceiving, especially considering how far out you are from the fairway. You don't have a lot of room behind the greens, so.
no, not at all.
And the pin placement is a little to the right backside, so.
Yep. So I think Chris Cox is gonna have this for eagle. He had a really nice shot into this hole. This is gonna move quite a bit left to right here. He's gonna start it, I would think, about two balls out to the left and let it slide in. I don't think he started it out enough.
Yeah. But he's got a good...
yeah, it's still a good putt.
Yeah. Makeable birdie.
Yep. Left him side on the right side of the hole, and what I mean by that is he's putting uphill instead of downhill. It's easier to putt short ones uphill because you can kind of give it a little bit of oomph. If you're putting downhill and short, it's really hard to just tap it on a really short hole. So now we're going to come out of the woods here.
Looks like he's got it somewhere in there.
Yep, Zach Regan. He's trying to decide what he wants to do. It's a hard decision. This kind of goes into what we talked about earlier, and I think he's making the right move. I was going to say probably to drop it. As a young kid, you don't want to give up too many strokes, and dropping it, it's obviously a stroke. So and
I'm thinking too, I don't know, in your experience, if he knows what the total score is right now, he must be thinking, like, if he takes a stroke, what's that going to do on the total?
I mean, they would know within their group how they're doing. It seemed to me that most of the Norwood groups are up or close to the Dedham groups. I don't think anyone's losing by much. So that was a tough little chip. He got on, give himself a putt here, so.
Yeah, he had to get a little aggressive on that because he didn't have a backswing.
Alright, so we're going to let the Dedham player putt it out here. So it's about, it's a good roll.
All right.
So he'll tap it in, just get the ball out of the way here.
Alright, so that rounds out the day for him.
Alright, so we're coming back off the green here. Long putt.
Yep.
That looks like a great speed.
Oh, wow.
That's a great putt.
Yeah.
That's a great putt. You should be happy with that.
Yep, that's a way to battle back after a tough out.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really hard putt to be able to judge the speed. Put himself in good position there. All right, Dedham player finishes, and we're gonna have two finishes right here by the Norwood players. If I was a member of the Norwood team, I would putt first if I wasn't going for birdie, because I would let the birdie go last, but that's just me. So we're gonna have Chris Cox for birdie here. Great putt. It's a little knee knocker is what we call that. It can make you a little nervous putting those close ones for birdie, but
especially on this last hole.
Yeah, I put that in. That was a good putt. Zach, and pushed it. That's all right. Just knock it in. Finish it up.
I think he was a little impatient there.
Yeah. Yeah, he rushed that a little bit. So we will take a little break here, and we'll catch up with this group.
All right, so we have the Gillis Spidorfin group finishing up here on 9. Spidorfin's got Hit that one right out of the bunker. Lands right on top. So one of the Dedham players here is got a chip just outside. It's got a little bit of a downhill. If you can hit the top of the lip here.
Just caught under it a little bit too much at rough cottage club. That's a tough chip. Hard to get the speed right.
Right.
So he's gonna go again since he's away.
So he's right into it here.
Yeah, pretty good speed. Could have used it a little bit more, but not a bad putt.
Yep. Manageable, as they say.
Yep. Now we have Nick Spadorcia here. Pretty proud of myself. I didn't call Nick Joe, and I didn't call George Declan all day. I really thought I was going to mess up at least one of theirs. Alright,
Nick
Spadorcia with a pretty good putt there, just outside. It should just be a tap in, but he's going to mark it because I think he probably would have ended up having his stance in the Dedham player's line, so.
Kaylee here is going to wrap
great
up.
putt. Oh. You know, that was a good putt.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to walk it in like Anthony Kim.
I know.
You know, just see it go in, walk it in.
You wanted it for sure.
Yep.
I wanted it.
Yeah, that was a good shot. So this might be a birdie putt because that was a great shot from 100 out. Just missed it outside left, top side.
That was Gillis for what we believe is birdie. And leaves that
That player just missed it. So he's going to come around and tap it in. Norwood has 2 tap-ins and finish up this group, and we're going to check out how they scored here.
So it looks like
They're trying to decide who's going to tap it in
they're
first.
playing on. Oh, you go. No, you go.
Neither one of them can have more than 3 feet, so I don't know why either one of them are taking too long. But if you rush things, that's when bad things happen, so they're probably doing the right thing.
First one goes down for Norwood.
Yep. Here comes Spadorcia. Quick tap in. Nice, and then that's it for group number 3, and we'll be right back, and we'll do a greenside interview with the players.
Sure.
All right, we're here with the last group on the last hole. We had a great shot from about 40 yards out by the Dedham player, and all the way around the rim. Just missed actually holding it out from out in the rough about 50 yards away. That was a good finish there by the Dedham player in the last hole.
See Tolman's lie right there. He had a great approach shot from right out in the middle of the fairway.
Yep.
Tolman here. And
just left, that's all right. Leave himself a good tap in. George will tap his in. I'm gonna let the Dedham player finish up here. And then both Norwood players will finish on this last hole.
Cast a bit, right?
Yep, pretty good speed. So I think he should tap that in. Take his time. Yep, there you go. It's a little longer than just a tap in, so. They're gonna let Conley go here. Oh man, that was a tough break. That was a really good putt. Just slipped out by Conley. Connolly's older sister actually is a star on the girls' ice hockey and field hockey teams, also a lacrosse player, just a very good athlete all around. He is as well.
So Tolman and Connolly here finish up. And that'll do it for Varsity Golf versus Dedham. We'll catch up with Tolman and Connolly coming out of the break here, and we'll go get Coach Chuck Gallen and see what the final score tallies up to be. All right, we're here on 9 Green. I'm here with Jared Shea and Aaron Sullivan of the first group. So how can you guys hit them today?
Both of us hit them really good. Erin had some amazing shots. I played well, she played well, and I hope to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, I think we played really solid today.
So obviously going into the match, it was about high 80s, hot day. So how does that kind of affect your game plan going in?
I love it. I spent pretty much most of the summer down in Arizona, so I kind of got accustomed to it. I love this weather. I felt really comfortable in it.
A lot hotter than I'd like, but we were able to adapt to it very easily.
Absolutely, and you guys are obviously in the first group to tee off. Is there any sort of added pressure with being in that first group?
Yeah, you'd like to think so, but the key is just you go up there, kind of don't really think about anything else but your swing, and just hit it like you would hit it, with nobody watching you.
No, I don't really think so. I think it's easier to go off first.
So we'll see what the totals come out to, but best of luck to both of you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we have seniors here, Zach Regan and Chris Cox. How can you guys hit them today?
Terribly. Honestly, terribly.
My iron game wasn't bad. My short game could have used some work today, but overall I thought I played okay.
You kind of lead into my next question. What was the best part of your game? Driving, chipping, putting?
Probably the irons. The irons were there today. Nothing else was really there today.
I thought my tee shots were pretty good. I hit a couple good 3-woods, so yeah.
And you guys had a couple different elements. It started out really hot, but it got really windy toward 6, 7, and 8 there. So how did that kind of play into your game?
Honestly, I didn't really notice it. I was really just getting frustrated at some of the shots, but you just gotta focus on the next shot and just not really focus on the.
I felt like the wind was a pretty big factor because I had to club down on a lot of my clubs today because the wind was mostly going away from us, with us. So, I think it worked in our favor though.
Well, hopefully the totals reflect that. Thanks, guys. I'm here with junior Nick Spadorka and senior Robert Gillis. Guys, how we hit them today?
Pretty solid. Came out with a 44 and had a lot of fun with Rob.
Pretty solid, 39, 3 over. Very fun day with Nicholas. So very easy.
And I was talking to some of the other players today. Obviously the elements were a bit sporadic. You had a lot of heat to start, and then it got a little windy towards the 6th, 7th, and 8th hole. So how did that kind of play into your game?
It didn't really affect me a lot because I hit a low ball most of the time. So didn't really affect me, although the heat kind of got onto me quick, but then it ended up cooling down and we were okay.
I used a glove for the first time in a week, so in the wind, also I accounted for it and it actually helped a couple shots, so definitely the wind helped me today, I feel like.
So we'll let this last group finish up here, but thank you guys for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with senior Dom and freshman Kevin. Guys, how we hit them today?
Good. The ball flight was looking good. My strokes were on today. The ball was really flying. The warm weather helped out the travel. It was zesty the first few holes, but it cooled down a little bit and really helped me and Kevin out.
Yeah, felt pretty good. Putting was a little bit off today, but good drives, good irons.
So this is a question for Dom. As a senior, what are you trying to get out of this final season?
I'm trying to lead as an example, so keep my cool on and off the course, show them good manners, and when not to have good manners, and just lead as a whole.
And Kevin, as a freshman, new person coming into this program, how does it feel, going from, golfing just recreationally to playing on an actual team?
It's great with such good seniors and good captains, such a warming and environment. It's fun.
Well, we'll see what the totals add up to be, but thank you guys.
Thank you.
No problem.
Here with Brian Connolly and George Tolman. Guys, how we hit him today?
Not that great.
Yeah, I had a rough day, but it's all right. What can you do?
And obviously, I was talking to some of the other golfers. The elements were sort of kicking in. It was really hot to start, and then it kind of got windy toward the 6th, 7th, and 8th holes. So was that a factor for you guys?
The heat for sure was, but not as much as the wind.
Yeah, just like Brian said, you know, the heat it started off bad, but at the end it was just like the wind, like in your face, stuff like that.
Is there any particular part of both your games that you thought went well?
Putting.
I thought my chipping was good, but my putting was definitely off today.
So we'll check out with Coke to get the total score, but thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
Here with head coach Chuck Allen. So we just got the official score. I believe it's 279, you said, Dedham?
279 for Dedham, 249 for Norwood.
Absolutely. So what did you see out there?
Some kids played well. They got to play a little smarter, but you know, we have tough matches coming up this week away. So you know, they're trying. They're going to make mistakes, but you know, mentally they got to be more prepared.
The elements were in effect. Obviously, it was really hot to start out, and then the wind sort of kind of to kick in the 6th, 7th, and 8th hole. So do you think that kind of played a factor?
No, because usually at this time it's freezing here. So we'll take the heat. I just think they had, you know, this is the first time back since last Thursday. So, you know, we played, you know, Dedham, who was like us in a way. But so it was a good way to start off the week before we get into the iron.
And you guys got a lot of golf coming up next. So who's your next opponents?
We're at Hopperton tomorrow, then home here on Wednesday against Westwood, and Thursday we are at DS, Dover Sherborne.
Perfect. Best of luck to you, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.